Hey everybody, this little video is about the seminary. The seminary. See, so here we are, 2017. We finally arrived to the place where we've got ourselves aligned and figured out and ready to go and actually begin this. Hopefully, what will be a long-term, ongoing feature of the Great Heartland Sangha is the Great Heartland Sangha Seminary. So, first thing to say is there's no expectation of this. Okay, you as a Shoken student are not expected to do this. Not at all. And it's not a requirement, right? So there's no, I don't want anybody feeling like, oh, this is the thing I have to do, because it's totally not. You could go your entire trajectory in the Zen path, be acknowledged as a Shuso, a chief disciple, when we ask you to do that, maybe participating in doing Dharma talks and so on, and never ordain. So, I just we want everybody to feel very comfortable. If you're not into it, no worries. You're perfectly situated in the mandala with no problem. And if you do feel that you may have a resonance with an ordained religious life in the Buddha Dharma, there's a way to respond to that, and that's what the seminary is about.
Yeah. And for this particular piece, just to emphasize, you all have to come to us. You have to express your interest. We're not going to go out and tap you and say, hey, we want you to become a priest. And as Rinsen said, that's a little bit different than the teacher part of our training and our Sangha. So I'm really excited. We're really excited. And we hope if you're even thinking, I want to check it out, I want to explore it, like everything we do here, if you get inside of it and you're like, this is not for me, that's fine. That's
what the postulancy is about.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
postulancy is a public discernment. So all that said, this is going to be an ongoing feature. It's going to be around for the foreseeable future, hopefully beyond that. And so no worries if you're not interested. And if you are, let's get in touch. Again, the basic prereqs for the current group of folks, going forward, people will have needed to have been a Shoken student for 5 years, and then we can have the conversation. So, but for everybody here, if you were in the first Shoken class, so you've had at least a year of Shoken training on your Zafu, so to say, and you have something like 70 days of session logged on your cushion, those would be the basic guideline prereqs that we would be looking for. Hopefully you've done Jakai a while ago and been around, but we'll go with those as a kind of a flexible guideline.
So that's either or. Either you were in the first Shoken class.
No,
or
it's both.
It's both. Okay.
Yeah. So if you just took Shoken this year, those 3 initiates, just relax and have a nice solid year of Shoken training, and don't worry about this. You need that experience at a minimum, right, before potentially ordaining. But for folks who are in the first class, a bunch of session time, about 70 days. Basically, to actually ordain Tokudo Unsui, we look to about 100 days of session.
Right.
And that'll include your experience in the seminary. And the postulancy is usually about a year or so. And then the novitiate can be at least a year, but as long as it needs to be, depending on case-by-case kind of stuff. So details will come as the conversations happen. But that's the invitation, that's the opening. No expectation, no requirement, but an open gate. If you're interested, bring the conversation up to us. Different from Shuso, we may tap you on the head and drag you by the ear to start doing this stuff at some point, but that's the teacher's call. And just to say it in terms of Shuso and chief disciple and leading Ango and this whole thing, don't worry about it. Completely off source, any concern or care or any thoughts about, gee, am I going to do this one day? Just don't worry about that. Just offshore all that onto us. We're the ones who get to worry about that and think about that. That's in our job description, and believe me, we are. Okay, so that's it. Thank you, everybody.